Alright, I've been busy doing other stuff for a week. But now I'm gonna finish my second pontoon on the boat over there. If I remember correctly, I got one pontoon finished and thrown in the water. And now I just have to finish the second one. And then figure out how to connect them. But I'll figure that out later. Okay, I got my forms all set up and ready to go. Oh, and I also have a new tank of resin. That's the last one I emptied. I'll have to find some kind of good use for it. The first four of those I used for a floating dock, which went pretty well. I need to fill up a resin bucket and cut pieces of fiberglass to fit in here. Right. It's always funny coming back to a project after doing something else for a few days. Because I get back and I'm like, I don't know what's going on here. Or what is going on? But once I start going, then I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. I know what's going on. Generally speaking, though, I don't know what's going on ever. And I'm okay with that. Actually, I kind of like it that way. Alright, a few gallons of resin in there. I have a mixing bucket, my Darth Vader device, and I've got my roller, which is nice and dirty. And I just filed off some of the gunk on it. And then I always put wax on it so that all this resin is easy to chip off when I want to get rid of it. Alright, now I need a roller. Alright, there's my roller. I just cut those up with a hand saw. Apparently it's a different size than the last one I had on here by a little bit. But I can just chip off a bit of the resin from last time and then it'll fit. I figured I'd show more of this process since I've been getting a lot of questions about, hey, how do you do the fiberglass for this part and that part and what do you use and blah blah blah, so here you go. There we go. There's about half a gallon of resin in there. This is black paint tint. I don't really measure it, I just kind of dump some in. Stir streak. Right here, I need a I didn't get a shot of putting the hardener in because, you know, once I get the hardener in, I need to go. But in a nutshell, I know, well, I have the stuff in a little acetone bottle that I was left over from something else. The hardener comes in a gallon jug, and it's like half full for a 55-gallon tank. And I know how much on the acetone bottle I have to use per gallon, so I just use my brain and, like, you know, measure the approximate fraction that I'm using of a gallon, and I just hold my thumb there. I'm like, alright, I need to go down to here, and then I dump some, and if it's even with my thumb, then I know I put the right amount, or I just keep dumping until I get, you know, down to the mark I just put with my thumb. Then I mix it up and just start going. And at the end, I use the resin for things like, you know, covering areas of the boat, just to give it some extra strength and use up the bit of extra resin. And I'll roll the roller like really dry, and when I'm getting nothing else out of it, I'll just roll it really fast. You just, you know, spread the fuzz of the roller out and get as much off as possible, and then I can usually use the roller a few more times. Sometimes I can use them like a dozen times or so. And whenever I'm done working on something like that, I always go jump in the ocean after, because I need to wait for it to harden.
Are you done with your pizza so that we can go swimming?
Did you say, am I done with my pizza?
No!
My piece.
Are you done putting your piece on so that we can go swimming?
Yes, let's go swimming.
Okay.
Alright, so there's my roller all rolled off. I should be able to use that in an hour or two for the other end of this thing right here. Hey, other turkey, do you want to go swimming too?
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
We both want to go swimming.
Alright, first batch of resin from a new tank. Hopefully it's, yeah, good. Looks like I got some water inside the ribs here, which isn't a huge problem or anything, but I'm going to let it drain out. I'm guessing along the edges here it's not totally watertight, and that's how it got in. Anyway, slowly draining out. Marvelous.